Hello everyone, welcome back to Kindred Spirits on the Roof. Last time we got settled in at summer camp, and we also shared a nice little moment with Hina. And what do you know, Yuna might be in love with Hina? Shocker, I know. But hey, we'll see what happens as we continue on with the rest of the week, starting on the 11th. All fun things happen at summer camp. Do you ever notice that? Like, summer camp is where all the excitement is. The fourth day of camp. It was hot. It was incredibly hot. The weather forecast said it would go up to 36 degrees Celsius today. It's been hot every day, but today was going to be sweltering. The cafeteria kitchen has air conditioning at least, but it's pretty hard to cook in that kind of heat. Breakfast wasn't too bad, but preparing lunch was awful. I don't have it as bad as the track girls out running under this blazing sun, I guess. All of them were lying around like overheated cats in the cafeteria and tatami room during their lunch break. I'll have to make sure there's enough salt in their dinner. I'm sure they're replenishing their fluids and minerals during practice, but I've got to think about it for their meals too. Yep, lots of sugar, lots of salt. Gotta get those electrolytes replenished. Good thinking, Yuna. But with the spectacle in front of my eyes, I didn't really have time to be thinking about all that. Tsukio-chan, we've got to assign all the rooms. Right, I know that, but before that, we have to check which rooms are open and how many futons we have. Tsurugamini-san and Sono-sensei were at their wits' end in the math club room like always. How long have they been like this? Since morning, apparently. I just got here myself, though. I stood resigned with Aryu-san, both of us taking in the unfortunate scene before us. How exactly did this happen? Well, the weekend starts today. There are a fair number of students who only participate in the camp for these 2 days. Ah, I get it. The summer camp started 3 days ago, but it's not like you're required to stay the whole time. Depending on each club's plans, some only stay for a few days. And the weekend starting today is a bit of a rush period for the camp. The number of attendees increases suddenly, and Sono-sensei is overwhelmed because of it. Tsurugamini-san too, for that matter. Actually, these two have pretty much been working non-stop since the camp started. Aryu-san and I have come to help them when we can, but they're like this every time. It's just like the two Kindred Spirits said. I doubt they have any time to relax together. Well, regardless, these two need help. It's like they seem to have some organization issues. It's a bit hard to watch. For now, we have some extras of those printouts we made the other day, right? How many did you make, Aryu-san? I accounted for all scheduled participants, so there should be enough. Then let's pass those out and make sure all the campers look them over. Sensei, you and Aryu-san should make sure everyone has the information they need. In the meantime, Tsurugamini-san and I will check the futons in rooms. We can assign everything when we all get back. Yes. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's go then, Tsurugamini-san. We'll check how many futons we've got and which rooms are open. Let's stop by all the clubs at the camp too and ask if they have any extra stuff they don't need. Huh? Oh, okay. Sorry for separating you from Sono-sensei, but I think you'll have some time later if we do this. Thinking ahead. 'Cause Yuna's always got the plan. I thought, oh, I did it again, didn't I, as I left the room with Tsurugamini-san. This time it didn't feel as depressing as it did the other day. I wonder why. Like, seriously, I'm not being sarcastic or ironic with that. I wonder why it doesn't feel as depressing. I'm tired. Good job. Sorry to leave you all the runaround work. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. A full 3 hours later, I left the math club room, at this point basically just the camp task force HQ, and walked down the hallway with Aryu-san. I think we did all that we could. Everyone joining the camp today had a room assigned and a futon brought to them. The only thing left was assigning shower times and other small details, but Sono-sensei and Tsurugamini-san should be able to help handle that. It was almost 5. I needed to get back and start making dinner for the track team, so I said farewell and left the club room. Sorry for being so pushy again. Arya-san was just leaving too, so it was a good opportunity to give Sono-sensei and Tsurugamini-san a little break together. No, I should be the one saying that. You were a big help again today. It's not as if Sono-sensei and Tsurugamini-san are incapable, but they tend to get a little overwhelmed when they're busy. I bet I'm the same too. You came in after me again today, but you did a good job neatly assigning all the work. I'm happy to hear that, I guess. Wow, I didn't think I could say it so easily. I'm happy, huh? Yeah, I am. To hear someone say I helped them. You seem quite used to this, though, Tomi-san. Do you like managing things like that? Directing people and so forth? Oh. Why do Yuna's answers always have to be not direct? Like, they're always this beat around the bush crap. I mean, it's so in character, don't get me wrong, it's so Yuna to not come out and say exactly how she feels. Like, there are people who bring out her honesty, but usually if it's someone she doesn't know, she's gonna beat around the bush. But look at this. I wouldn't say I like it, and I don't hate it. That's like the same answer, isn't it? I'm really at a loss which one to choose. I'm gonna go with I wouldn't say I like it. I wouldn't really say I like it. Was I managing things? Aryu-san kind of puts an interesting spin on things. I guess I like moving a situation along when it's in chaos, but it's not like I want to manage anything and everything. I disagree, Yuna. You kind of seem like you might be a bit of a control freak. Just a little bit. It just sort of came out. I wasn't really thinking about when I said it. Afterward, I was like, it probably wasn't any of my business. No, it was honestly a big help. Not to sound like a broken record or anything, but you really did save us with your help. I don't think it's something just anyone can do. You're not in a club right now, correct, Tomi-san? Correct. Are you going to become the track team's manager in the future or something like that? Huh? The track team? No, I was just asked to help with the camp. I wasn't going to do anything like that. I see. It's too bad for them. I don't suppose you joined the disciplinary committee then? The disciplinary committee? Yes, it'd be a big help if you join. No, that's not all. I'd quite like working with you, I think. Sorry, I usually help out at home, so... Is your home a business, Tomi-san? No, that's not it. I help with the chores since both my parents work. I don't really have spare time after school. I see. I suppose there's nothing for it then. It's too bad, though. You're close to Yoka, right? Why not invite her? Good thinking, Yuna. Find a way to just casually slip Yoka into the conversation. But come on, you gotta know how dumb that is to ask that. It doesn't matter how much Aki likes Yoka. Who would ask Yoka? Who in their right mind would ask Yoka to be on the disciplinary committee? See? That's a joke, right? I'm afraid Yoka just isn't suited to disciplinary committee work. She's not the type. I personally think she's quite interesting, mind you. Yes, I'm quite intrigued by her. Yeah? Oh, well, speak of the devil. Makeup classes should be ending just about now. Huh? Arya-san's stiff expression relaxed as she looked down the hallway. I followed her gaze as she remarked, "Oh!" Yoka was already dashing over to us from the stairs. It looked like we noticed each other at pretty much the same instant. Whoa, that was a bright smile she cracked when she saw us, practically sparkling. Aki! Oh, and Yuna too! Don't see you two together much. Actually, are you guys like friends? Huh? How should I answer this? Does it sound a little cold to say we're just acquaintances? But I'm not sure we're really close enough to call each other friends. Yeah, she's been helping Sono-sensei and me with our work since the camp started. Yeah. Huh, so that's where the friend line is for Aryo-san. Does that mean Yoka and I are on the same level to her? Whoa, that's awesome, Yuna. Volunteering? Is that why you're at school? No, not that. I was asked to cook for the track team. I'm only helping out when I've got extra time. That's pretty awesome, too. You've got a true volunteer soul. You mean volunteer spirit? Don't make it sound so weird. Oh, was the cool helper you mentioned the day before yesterday Yuna, Aki? Yeah, that's right. She's a great help, really. That's awesome, Yuna. You are my master mentor, after all. No, seriously, stop. I'm happy when Aryu-san compliments me, but you're just making me feel like an idiot, Yoka. Oh my god. It's so great. I wouldn't do that. She's awesome, right, Aki? You're so cool, Yuna. Yeah, she's right. No, really, stop. Exactly what's intriguing about Yoka to Aryu-san, I wonder. I guess she is pretty interesting, at least. Well, I don't have all this time in the world to put up with her weird backhanded compliments. And if I get in the way of these two, it would ruin the original help I was supposed to be doing. I should get out of here. I've got to get dinner ready, too. Well, I've got to go make dinner for the track team. Yeah, have a good one, Yuna. Good work today, Yuna. Uh-huh. Sure. Well, see you. Whoa, that surprised me. Aryu-san just suddenly called me by name. Does she use first names for all her friends? I was a little surprised at how quickly we switched there. Everyone thinks about relationships differently, I suppose. I waved to the two of them and headed to the kitchen, thinking about tonight's dinner menu, centered around a cold stew. Ooh, is this a new location? Yeah, we haven't been in the lodging house, I guess. There's no reason to be. But that's cool. Oh, Yuna-chan, heading to the showers? Ah, Amishima-senpai, yeah. Sorry you have to go by yourself, even though you're supposed to be with the track team. Oh no, I joined you guys at the last minute after all. But we were the ones who asked, you know. I kind of feel bad that we all get to use him first. But I used the time cleaning up and preparing for breakfast tomorrow, so don't worry about it. It was already my shower slot by the time I'd finished cleaning up and preparing for tomorrow's breakfast. Everyone has a different time assigned to use the showers, since we can't have them crowded during the camp. I'm signed on with the track team, but mine is a little later than theirs. I didn't really mind that. Like I told Amishima-senpai, I had been busy with things all the way up until my shower time, so now I was crossing paths with the track team after they'd finished their own showers. The cold stew today was really good. How'd you do that? The stew was cold, but the potatoes and meat stayed warm all the way through. It was kinda neat. You mix the soup and the pumpkin together and chill those. Then you simmer the meat and vegetables separately and add them to the stew when you serve it. Ah, that makes sense. It was delicious. It would have been a little chilly on the stomach if it were all cold, but the vegetables stayed nice and warm. Really perfect. It was so easy to eat on a hot day like today. Thanks. Yeah, I think it was a big success. I'd been wanting to try that recipe for a while now. I didn't get to practice it first, and I was cooking for a big group of people, so I'm glad it went well. Yunane. Oh, Hina. Hina's small frame suddenly appeared between the relative giants of Amishima-senpai and Inamoto-senpai. Hina had just showered too. Naturally, her hair was still wet. The scent of her shampoo drifted over to my nose. We'd gone and bought matching shampoo together for the camp, though I had just gotten a travel-size version of the shampoo I usually use, and Hina had just picked up the same one as me. Geez, leaving your hair wet again? I keep telling you that's not good for it, don't I? It'll dry fast. What's for breakfast tomorrow? An onigiri buffet. Takana and hijiki and minced chicken? Yes, I'll put them in. Yay! Hina grinned. I don't know why, but my pulse speeds up just seeing that face of hers. Your cheeks look a little red, sweetheart. Ugh, God, I can't get over this. I knew it. I knew Yuna had a thing for Hina, and it's becoming very clear now. Everyone eats different amounts at breakfast, so I thought it'd be more efficient to do it like that. Is it okay if I share them with some of the people if we have leftovers? I suppose. Man, you really think of everything, Yuna-chan. Some girls don't have much of an appetite in the morning. Yeah, that's fine, Yuna-chan. You can do whatever you want with the leftovers. Alright, thank you. By the way, do you take requests? They can't all be Hina's favorites, right? I'm partial to salmon with a little extra salt. Oh, I want seaweed sukudani. I like salmon too. Takana. I like it when the rice is seasoned or fried or something. Tuna mayo for sure. Whoa, everybody's going all out with their favorite onigiri fillings now. Well, wait a second, I can't exactly make that many, can I? Actually, at this point, it'd be more like making a separate meal for each person. Alright, everybody, that's enough. You know Yuna-chan can't make that many. Oh, I'm saved. I guess Inamoto-senpai is the vice captain for a reason. Don't worry about them, Yuna-chan. Just make what you plan to. Yeah. Come on, everyone, let's go. Sorry for stopping you, Yuna-chan. You'll run out of time to shower. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Yeah. Inamoto-senpai is really like a chaperone on a field trip. She's even pulling Captain Amishima-senpai along with her. Yunane. Yeah? Can I come hang out in your room later? Sure, but you gotta get back before lights out, okay? And you brought your homework, right? I'll look it over. What? I'm kidding. See you later. Yeah. Oh, that was a joke. That's so cute. Seriously, who wants to look? I'm glad that was a joke, because even for you, that was a little bit of a joy kill. Phew. For some reason, it felt a little like my breath was caught, and hadn't escaped until I watched her go. Oh, Yuna, you're so cute and innocent and naive, and it's sweet. Yes. Sunday. How long is camp till? Till the 18th, right? But yeah. Anyways, the 5th day of the camp, Sunday. I went back home for a bit after preparing lunch. It was something I planned from the start. Go home for a day to do some laundry and bring back clean clothes. I still need to get back in time to prepare dinner, meaning I'd have to leave around 4. I didn't expect my chores to take that long, though. I'm done with the washing machine, but I don't think these clothes are going to be dry in time. I'll leave a note for Mom and ask her to bring the clothes back in for me. And on the way back to school, I'll stop by next door and grab some clean clothes for Hina. She couldn't skip out during practice after all. After gathering the clothes and heading to the kitchen to leave that note. Oh, postcards. A small pile was neatly stacked on the dining room table, and all the cards I could see were addressed to me. The one at the top caught my eye. It's from Ano. Oh, that's right, Ano's at Comiket or something, right? On an expedition. My parents look forward to Ano's postcards too. Where the heck did she get these? It's a beautiful card, I suppose, but I'm not sure what to think of the illustration of this pink-haired girl. Yuna doesn't know what Comiket is, obviously. And New Year's cards are like this too, so my parents always make me show them the ones I get. Yeah, I could see Ano probably always goes for like game theme stuff because she's a gamer. This one says, another big catch this year. It's probably about Comiket. I think she goes and stays at a relative's house every year to attend. Well, I have to say, it's very Ano. I collected the other two, responses from some teachers I had in middle school, and brought them back to my room. I was ready to get back to school, after making some snacks for the camp task force, of course. That sounded a little repetitive. Oh hey, we get to see their matching shirts. Well, it's not quite matching, they're all different colors. But whatever. Ah, food, finally. I'm sleepy. Come on, Nana, wake up. It's time for dinner. Oh, you're finally here. The track team had about a 30-minute head start on dinner by the time the broadcasting club appeared in the cafeteria. Good, I was about to go get you guys. I was starting to wonder if you weren't going to show. Sorry. It's Umi's fault. She can't stop fixing the script. Well, if it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right. Hey, Nana, are you awake? It's dinner time. I don't care anymore. I don't need food. I need sleep. Eat before you sleep. Fine. Sounds rough, I said to Ichiki-san as I scooped up some rice for them. Normally I ask people to get their own rice, but these three really seemed like they were having a rough time. Yeah, we haven't got much sleep since the camp started. Huh? Why not? Oh, that's not the answer I thought I was gonna get. Anyways, I know some of you were on that wavelength with me. Don't deny it. Well, first we couldn't come up with what we wanted our drama to be about. We just kind of spent all night arguing, and then suddenly the sun would come up, you know? How very responsible. Haha, but we'll be done with the script pretty soon, so we're good now. At least get a good dinner, okay? You won't last like this. Yeah, we will. What have you made? Ginger pork, boiled spinach, cold tofu, a salad, miso soup, and almond jelly. I made it like a set meal. Though there isn't much left of the ginger pork since it was pretty popular. Wow, that sounds great. That's fine, we won't meet as much as the track team girls. I'm so glad you're here, Tomi. I really wasn't expecting much from the food this week. Come on, Nana, if you don't eat, we'll shove food into your mouth for you. Aye. They really seem tired. Exhausted, even. Ugh. Especially Nana-san. She's in a bit of a sorry state in particular. She looks like she's about to pass out at any moment. Wait. Nana-san, you're spilling your soup. Huh? I grabbed a rag and ran over. Are you okay? You're really not sleeping either? Well, like Sasa and I are writing the script and directing and stuff. Nana's just doing the editing, so it's not like she has to stay up with us. But we're camping in the broadcasting room, you know. If Sasa and I are awake talking the whole time, it doesn't really get quiet at all. Wait, what are you guys doing sleeping in the broadcasting room? Don't you have, like, sleeping quarters like every other person who goes to this camp? You were, like, randomly laughing at stuff too, Sasa. That's 'cause you kept saying stupid shit, Umi. Right. So that's why Nana-san hasn't been getting much sleep. Nana's practically snoring while she's eating. I'm kind of impressed by her dexterity, but it must be even harder on her to be getting so little sleep. Hey, Nana-san. You know I'm the only one using the room I'm in, and there's definitely enough space for another futon. If the broadcasting room is too loud, would you like to stay with me? You can come stay in my room when Ichiki-san and Futano-san are gonna be up late. Can I? I don't mind. You just need to bring your futon over. That might be, like, a really big help. Sorry about that, Tomi-chan. We'll get it all done tonight, we promise. You two should get some sleep too, you know. Yeah, but there's just something about night that gives you good ideas, right? Is that how it works? Yeah, that's absolutely how it works. I don't know a single person who's a writer of any kind who doesn't find their best inspiration late at night or super early in the morning. Because there's like something about just not being interrupted or not having the chance of interruption. So, best results tend to come at those times. But so they don't have rooms they can sleep in? That's so weird. They're just camping out in the broadcasting club room? Oh well. But look at Yuna being such a good friend, sharing her room. I really enjoy her and Naina's friendship. That's really nice to see. But I've talked enough about that. There was a quiet knock on my door, and Naina-san tottered into the room. Trotted. Was that trotted or tottered? I don't think tottered's a word. Must have been trotted. Hello, thanks for having me. It seems like she accepted my proposal at dinner and plans on sleeping here tonight. It's hard to imagine someone looking sleepier. She's rubbing her eyes, her voice is barely there, and it looks like she's about to fall down and curl up on the spot. Oh, welcome. You brought your futon? Yep. Just the covers? The mattress was too heavy. This'll be good enough. Wait a second. I'll get some cushions. You can at least sleep on those. Ah, thanks. My savior. I lined up some cushions just in time for Naina-san to topple right over onto them. You know, we're really just writing the script for our drama over the summer camp. Yeah? We're not editing it or asking the drama club to record it until September. Oh, I see. So, I really didn't need to join the camp. But you know Umi would say, let's camp together, right? Yeah, I suppose Yuchiki-san would say that. Well, I don't mind participating. We're on the broadcasting club after all. But I didn't think I'd be missing so much sleep. Right. I don't care about giving them alone time or anything anymore. I'm just gonna sleep. Just let me sleep. Yep, go ahead and get a good... Whoa, she's out like a light. She must have really been pushing herself. Naina-san was already snoring on top of the cushions. I fixed her covers and laid out my own futon. It's a bit early for lights out, but I think I'll go to bed too. I think Naina-san will sleep better if the lights are off. Alright. Monday. Yeah, so I think the 15th is the last day of summer camp, right? Because it's just a week. So we just have a few more days. Paused in midsummer. Part 6. The 6th day of the camp. Not long left. I need to figure out the best uses for our remaining ingredients. It was on my mind as I headed out to the schoolyard after preparing breakfast. I didn't really have anything to do outside. It was just a walk to spend a little extra time. It was 7 a.m., about time for people to get up, but it was still quiet outside. The hallways in the school building were deserted, and the courtyard was clear of anyone at all. I expected the schoolyard to tell the same story. Oh boy. Why do I feel like I know where this is going? But there was one figure running the track. I could tell even from a ways away. A small frame, short hair, and a running form I knew very well. Hina was running the schoolyard track entirely on her own. Hina was merely circling the track, maybe a little faster than a jogging pace. I guess I'd just call it running. She looked small and slender, but there was a strength in the way she ran. At meets, I remember likening her to a puppy or a kitten running with all it has. Like she was just happy to run, sprinting at full power toward me, or after a ball that had been thrown. Something like that. She wasn't running at full sprint, but every time her feet kicked the ground or her arms pumped, her hair in her track jacket would flutter in the wind. She looked beautiful. Hina's face, her figure, her gaze fixed ahead. It all looked beautiful to me. I couldn't look away from Hina's running figure for some reason. I just kept staring at her as she moved slowly across the track. On and on. I wondered if Hina could see me standing in the corner of the schoolyard. Would she notice me? I hope so. Every now and then I would enter her field of vision as she ran with such dedication around the track. I stood there, thinking those scattered thoughts for a while. Was I staring very long? I mean, I was kind of spaced out for a bit. I wonder why. I checked the clock on my phone. Good, maybe 10 minutes? But that was all spent watching Hina run.
Yuna-chan?
Yes!
Inamoto-senpai?
She gonna get called out? I couldn't help gasping when Inamoto-senpai called out to me and appeared nearby.
随分びっくりするのね。そんなに大きな声出したつもりなかったんだけど。
Oh no, you just intruded on a very private moment, Miyu.
いえ、すみません。ちょっとぼーっとしてて。そう？ひなのこと見てたの？はい。今日って朝練なかったですよね。ええ、ひなのあれは自主トレね。自主トレ？ああ。ひなの走り方見てた？すごい綺麗でしょ。え？ああ、そうですね。私詳しいことはわからないけど。わからないユナちゃんが見ても綺麗だってことでしょ。ひなのフォームが綺麗なのはね、あれが一番速く走れるってことを体が分かってるからなの。え？祭りと似たタイプかな。スポーツ理論とかじゃなくてね、体が分かってるの。どうすれば自分が一番速く走れるかって。だからすごい自然に動いて、それで綺麗なのよ。
I watched Hina run as I listened to Inamoto-senpai. I mean, she's always run the same way ever since we were little, chasing behind me and stuff. Is that what it means for her body to move naturally?
ひなも今ね、コーチから長距離への転向を勧められててね。ちょっと悩んでいるみたい。本人は短距離の方が好きみたいだから。そうなんですか？
I had no idea. Stressed? I hadn't noticed.
まあ、大体のトラック選手って短距離から入るから当然なんだけどね。ほら、誰でも最初はかけっこが速くて褒められて、それで陸上始めるから。私もひなは長距離の方が向いてると思うのよね。体の資質もそうだけど、走ることが好きで没頭できるとこもそうかな。本当は長距離って駆け引きも大切なんだけどね。頭を空っぽにして走り続けられるのも大切な資質だとは思うのよ。
Well, Hina's always loved running since she was a kid. That's why she joined the track team and always looks like she's having fun with it. But stressed? I see, but she never made it obvious. In fact, she was always concerned about me instead. I feel like at some point, Hina got really responsible without me even noticing.
まあ、まだ決めるのは早いかもしれないからね。まだひなも体ができている途中かもしれないしね。でも、もし何かあったら相談に乗ってあげてくれる？わからなくてもいいから。はい。お願いね。ひな、ゆなちゃんにすごい懐いているみたいだから。さて、そろそろオーバーワークかな。あ、そういえばあの子ずっと走りっぱなし。大丈夫よ。祭りがほら。
Amishima-senpai's trudging over to Hina from the other side of the track. I think she's yelling something to her. Oh, Hina's running away. Amishima-senpai started chasing her. Whoa, senpai's fast. She already closed the gap. Well, I doubt Hina was seriously trying to get away.
そろそろ朝ごはんよね。 今日もよろしくね。しかし何やってるのかしら、あの二人。祭りまでふざけてどうすんのよ。
I feel like Matsuri and Hina would get along. I don't know why, but I just feel like they'd get along. Is Amishima-senpai clinging to Hina from behind her? How are they still running? Is that really appropriate, Amishima-senpai?
祭り、いい加減にしなさい。早くひな、クールダウンさせてあげて。
The two of them looked over at us after Inamoto-senpai shouted at them. I could see Hina wave to me. Laughing. When I saw her smile, I felt my cheeks flushing for some reason. Whoa, that took a while, huh? Well, I think we're still good. It was just supposed to be a quick walk. I'd probably still have time to finish breakfast since I only need to heat some things up, but I hurried over to the cafeteria anyway when I remembered I hadn't set anything out yet. Oh, Ichiki-san and Futano-san. It was still very quiet outside, so I noticed the two of them right away. Things were looking kind of dire yesterday. I wonder if they got enough sleep last night. Are they on a walk too? They're strolling kind of slowly, almost like they're leaning on each other. Morning, Ichiki-san, Futano-san. Oh, no! No, Yuna's on your side, you guys. She technically was the one who, I guess Yuna really didn't have much to do with hooking those two up. It was more like an Ano-Nena joint effort. Yuna actually really didn't do anything when it came to Umi and Sasa, I don't think. But still, Yuna's on your side. Don't be all shy now. Sorry, I didn't think I'd scare you that much. Nah, it's fine. We're just a little surprised. Yeah. Their faces were both bright red. Need something? Oh, no, just saying hi. Did you two get a good sleep last night? Huh? Yeah. Enough. What? Those responses are so suspicious. I mean, they would have been alone because Nena was sleeping with Yuna anyways, so... Well, see ya. Later. The two said, hurrying away, their faces still bright red. Those two, when I called out to them, they were holding hands, right? Yuna? Whoa, Megumi? This time it was my turn to jump. Megumi had just about shouted at me from behind. What? Don't scare me like that. I saw it! I've seen it! Seen what? Those two, Umi-san and Sasa-san, the two of them. Oh, I know what's coming. Yesterday, last night. Come on, Yuna, get with the program. They were making out in the broadcasting room. Oh, I thought they might have gone a little farther, but making out's a big step when you're that age, so sure. For a second, I wasn't sure what Megumi had said, but the words slowly sunk in. Huh? What'd she say? Those two? Ichiki-san and Futano-san? In the broadcasting room? Making out? Does that mean? Huh? Wait, what? Making out? No way. I saw it. I've finally seen it. Really, Megumi? Oh, Sachi-san. Really, I got a good long look. Oh, if it hadn't been the broadcasting room, you could have seen too, Sachi-san. I saw it for the first time. Two girls making out. I love how they're getting excited over this. This is just so amusing because this couldn't work if Megumi and Sachi weren't like teenagers, right? If these were like adults who died and their spirits were haunting the school, there's no way they could be getting away with this, right? I mean, oh, it's just hilarious. They're getting excited because they just saw two girls making out. How funny. But I have to tell Sachi-san too. Well, you don't need to tell me. Do that by yourselves. Huh? Don't give me that. I don't want to hear the play-by-play. And why were you spying on them anyway? What do you mean, why? I guess I was spying, but we started this whole thing so we could see how girls do it, right? Right, but... Well, Sachi-san and I don't know how to do it, and you don't know either, right, Yuna? Then all we can do is watch other people and learn from them, right? Or you ask Yuna to whip out her smartphone and look it up for you all on the internet. I'm just saying, that's always an option. I guess so, but it's not like we'll get in their way. We're just watching a little. That's fine, isn't it? Actually, that's kind of not fine. I'm so glad Yuna does not support this, because it's really not cool. You shouldn't intrude on people's private moments, even if you are a ghost. My Yuna, is your face glowing? Are you embarrassed by this? Of course I am. I understand how you feel, but you need to be prepared for things like this. Huh? Haven't I told you this already, Yuna? We could be in trouble if we didn't know what we were doing and weren't mentally prepared for it. That's not really that great of an excuse, Megumi. I mean, first of all, you and Sachi are ghosts. You can't have sex. You don't have bodies and flesh. Which, by the way, I've been thinking about this. And Sachi, I wonder if Sachi knows that secretly. Because she's the one who mentioned to Megumi. She's the one who talked about Megumi and, like, what it was like to not be able to touch her. So I think I think that's what Sachi is hiding, and it's that she knows deep down inside her and Megumi cannot have sex. I'm placing my bets right now. Stop that! I want to cover my ears and run away, but I can't really escape these two, can I? So Ichiki-san and Futano-san really? And at school? I mean, I guess I knew I was helping people for the goal Megumi was just talking about, but I didn't want to hear about that kind of stuff of my friends and acquaintances. Your face is like a beet, Yuna. Are you surprised? Oh, Yuna, you're so innocent. I thought you might be a bit enlightened in this area, but not so, it seems. Listen then, after the kiss, those two. Hey, seriously. If we're being honest, actually, I kind of wish those two had gone further. Please stop talking about this. Come on now, Megumi. You mustn't tease Yuna-san so. These really aren't things to discuss so publicly. What? But... Please tell me all about it later. Of course. So Sachi-san's interested, like I thought. Well, this was her original goal. Or was their original goal. It's too bad you couldn't watch this time, but I'm sure we'll get another chance, Sachi-san. Indeed, I look forward to it. What do I do? I have a feeling I'm aiding and abetting something horribly wrong. Come on though, Yuna. I bet you're a little bit curious. Want me to tell you after all? No. I walked away from them, resisting the urge to cover my ears. Hey, where are you going? The cafeteria. It's time for breakfast now. Please don't follow me. What? Lame. Let Yuna-san do her work, Megumi. Okay. God, I know it's not really okay, but they're ghosts, so we'll put aside the matter of their spying. But there's no need for them to tell me about it. Jeez, my face is on fire. And am I embarrassed? Is it something else? I'm not really sure what to call it, but my heart's pounding. As if marching to its beat, I hurried to the cafeteria. Yeah, it's not cool that they spy and eavesdrop. I mean, that's kind of awful. I don't know if I'd want to hear about that stuff either if I was in Yuna's position. I'm not really one for gossip in general, so yeah. Thanks to my busy schedule, I managed to drive Megumi's words out of my head. Looking over at Ichiki-san and Futano-san was still out of the question, of course. After I was finished cleaning everything up, I was beginning to feel like I'd regained my composure. For a break, and because I figured Tsurugamini-san and Sono-sensei would be swamped as always and could use the help, I headed to the math club room. The help was to lighten their load, of course, but to also give them time to get a little closer. But if the result of that is those two... Ah, geez, let's just not think about that right now. Yo, Yuna. After I left the cafeteria, Yoka called out to me near the entrance hall. Mornin'! What are you in such a hurry for? Huh? Nah, I wasn't really in a hurry. Oh yeah? You were walking really fast, though. Was I? Do you have makeup classes again today, Yoka? Yep, it's finally the last day. Man, those classes are a drag. If I didn't have a reward afterward, I don't know what I would do. A reward, eh? Yoka had been attending classes really diligently. I've heard from both her and Yurirei-san that it's all due to them meeting for lunch and chatting a little afterwards. That's the reward Yoka means. I guess those plans hinge on Yoka making it to her classes. Yurirei-san seems really strict with punctuality. What with the whole disciplinary committee thing. You're really early today, though. There should be almost 30 minutes until our classes start. When we met like this the other day, it was much less extra time. Yeah, that's 'cause, I didn't even have time for sleep this morning. I wanted to get to school as fast as I could. Huh. Since I thought I might see you. And I was right. Huh, what do you mean? Oh no, are we gonna get more song lyrics? Or the application, but the application would be better than, oh no. My love rock's finally almost complete. That's right, it's just like before. And you came early to show it to me. Yeah, I didn't think the timing would work out this perfectly, though. You're the final chord to complete my rock and roll, Yuna. You really think so? There's some stuff I'm kind of stuck on, but look, this is my masterpiece. Sure. Well, I can't really turn her down, can I? I wonder if I'm weak to stuff like this. With Yoka, it's like I know her requests are innocent, at least. No, actually, I feel like I might just be forced into this stuff more often lately. I just can't ignore it anymore. I got it. Let me see. Yeah. So I wonder what she means when Yuna talks about being forced into this kind of stuff. To helping people in general, or specifically with the matchmaking that Megumi and Sachi have asked her to help her with. It's just very vague. But I am sure we'll find out. This is the third time, and here's her notebook again. She must be pretty rough with it, since the corners are getting all worn out. Though you can kind of tell how important it is to her, too. I opened up the newest page earmarked for me, and I read the lyrics written there. Well, they can't be any worse than the last two times, right? Oh my god, there's a lot of just intense stares. What do you think? I think it hits the right notes, but oh god. Is it bad after all? Yuna, it's actually getting kind of tiring rewriting it when you tell me it's no good. Oh, sorry, I wouldn't say it's no good. Huh? Well, you looked kind of serious, and you got all quiet, Yuna. No, I was just really surprised, and kind of impressed. Impressed? I'm sorry, I think it's good. I can't really say much more about it, but it's cool? That's what it seems like. Oh? The lyrics written there were definitely, I'm not sure how to say this, it's not like they were particularly beautiful or touching, but they were very straightforward. Yes, that's right. I think it would be most fitting to describe them as very Yoka, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I don't really understand rock all that well, especially the particular brand Yoka talks about, but it's clear what she's trying to say in these lyrics. Seriously? You think this'll work? I can't really guarantee that. You're singing this to Yurirei-san after all, right? She just seems so serious. There might be holes in the whole premise, but the lyrics themselves are good in my opinion. At the very least, I think it'll be a really good song. Not that I'm really a music expert or anything. I don't really have any favorite artists or anything. Sometimes I'll listen to certain songs I like, but not much more than that. That's why the only evaluation I can give it is that it seems like Yoka. And from that measurement, I think it's good. Alright, I've finally gotten Yuna's blessing. Wait a second, just because I think it's good doesn't mean Aryo-san's going to like it, right? Well, I mean, I guess so, but I feel like it wouldn't get to Aki if you didn't think it was good, Yuna. What if Aryo-san and I have completely different tastes? It's not just about taste. What's important is the rock. If that's wrong, nothing will get through. I believe in your judgment, Yuna. Really? Whoa, she has a lot more faith in me than I do. Okay, now all I've got to do is hone it so it gets through to Aki. I've stuffed my soul into it. I just need to get closer to Aki and make the lyrics all for her. Sure, good luck. Alright, today I'm gonna get her phone number and text her all sorts of stuff. Huh? You haven't exchanged numbers yet? Huh? Yeah, I kinda totally forgot about it. I know her home phone number, though. Isn't it usually the other way around? Well, whatever. Oh, your classes are starting soon. You can't be late for the last day, right? Ah, that's right. Okay, I'm off. Yes. Pay attention, okay? Right. She's really fired up. I wish more people were that positive. Okay, maybe not that positive. Yeah, it's too bad we don't get to read the lyrics, but I assume that's intentional. We'll probably get to read them later, maybe when from Yoka's perspective, I'm sure, is when we'll get to hear them. This isn't good. Quite. Aryo-san and I both muttered quietly as we worked. What wasn't good? Well, the sight before us. The math club room had been completely absorbed by the summer camp task force, HQ, and school festival committee, special summer vacation branch office. Yeah, that is a mouthful. The amount of work, you guys need an acronym for that. I am back. Nakajima-sensei wasn't there. Huh? I'm sorry. I guess she has the day off. Tsurugamini-san returned after she'd gone to deliver some documents to the faculty room. But the two of them should have checked that Nakajima-sensei would be at school today before she left. It's like they're so overwhelmed with work that they've forgotten that. There's also a kind of weird energy to their conversations. Hey, Tsukio-chan, what do I do next? Let's see. They seem to be facing their work with unhealthy amounts of enthusiasm. I think we have some symptoms of acute workaholism here. Aryo-san, do these two seem like they've gone a little off the deep end to you? Yeah, we should do something about this before something bad happens. I think you're right. Let's see then. What should we do, though? I don't think we'd be able to stop those two right now if we tried. But while I was considering our options, Aryo-san got to her feet beside me. Please wait a moment, Sensei. Huh? What is it? Do you need help with something? Sono-sensei's surprised. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised too. What is she planning to do? I believe it's time to re-examine the work we have here. Uh-huh? What do you mean? We need to review the work we have and organize it a little. That and let's take a break tomorrow. What? Whoa, Aryo-san really isn't beating around the bush. Do you have other plans tomorrow, Aryo-san? And it looks like Sensei's misinterpreted Aryo-san's suggestion. That's not what I meant. I believe you and Tsurugamini-san should take a break tomorrow, Sono-sensei. What? We should? Yes, it's obvious that you two are overworking yourselves. Continuing on in this manner will make your efficiency drop, and you'll be more likely to make mistakes. And more importantly, if you don't rest soon, you'll both collapse. In order to get that rest, we need to reorganize. What? But we're finally getting into the groove. That's the worst state to be in. If you're working just on momentum, you're definitely going to make mistakes. Sono-sensei, you worked all through Saturday too, right? Yes, but the summer camp didn't start until Wednesday. And before it started, were you on vacation? Oh, Sono-sensei was definitely working. She might really be on the verge of collapse then. You need to take a break soon. But... I apologize, but I couldn't let it go unsaid. I'm not telling you not to do your work. I'm just saying that you should take a break. It's a waste of time recovering from mistakes that could have been prevented with rest. Talking like this to a teacher, I think it's cool, but Aryo-san may be going a bit too far. Right. Sono-sensei is totally deflated now. But Aryo-san hasn't said anything wrong. I'm sure she feels that way too. And I think Aryo-san's suggestion is pretty good for my purposes as well. She's right about how much work Sono-sensei and Tsurugamini-san have been doing all through this summer camp. I really do think they should rest. And it is one of my objectives to help these two out while I'm here. The two of them have been working this whole time. I've helped them with that a little, but I feel like Megumi might complain if that's all I do. Let's organize the work, Sono-sensei. I'll gladly take Aryo-san's suggestion. Ah, sure. Please help me out if I have any questions. Right. I have a pretty good grasp of the work Aryo-san and I have been doing. All that's left is... And if you have any work you're hiding, could you get it out too? As long as we see all the work Sono-sensei has, we should be able to account for it. Yeah, why do I feel like there's tons of work that she's probably hiding too? But it was pretty cool when with Aryo-san speaking that way to Sono-sensei, though that probably has a lot to do with Sono-sensei's demeanor and kind of that attitude she has, or that persona or that reputation Sono-sensei has amongst students, right? Yuna talks about how she's not really admired for her respect. It's more that she's kind of this cute young teacher. You know, I have a feeling, it's funny because I have a feeling like Aryu-san and Yuna would, like Aki and Yuna would totally be best friends in like an alternate universe. I mean, they could potentially still develop a friendship. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but in an alternate world, they would be like best friends because they seem to just be on the same page with everything and have tons of things in common. At least to me, it seems that way. That's pretty funny. Tsurugamini-san said while I proudly surveyed my work. What's that supposed to mean? Well, I mean, you and Aryu-san sorted through the mess like it was nothing. Look at all the work we don't have to do now. Well, yeah, we don't have to do it now, but we're just putting off the work that doesn't need to be done immediately. It doesn't change the fact that it'll need to be done in September. Aryu-san gave the trick away. It doesn't sound good to say we're putting it off, but it's not good to do more work than you need to, either. Though you'll have other planning committee members to help you then. The most important thing is that it would be a bad idea to try to do all this work with just the people here. I see. All we need to do is finish our assignments. We should be able to get them done today. Yeah, you're right. Then you and Sono-sensei can do this, alright? Right. That's fine, right, Sensei? Yes, it's fine, I think. I'm sorry, you two. Sono-sensei's depressed. I do kind of think we went overboard here, but... Please don't let it bother you. We all have our own ways of doing things, Sensei. Aryu-san, I kind of get the feeling you're just making things worse. I'm starting to lose my confidence. You were fine, Tsukio-chan. It's just that these two are machines. What are you going to do with Tsukio-chan's confidence anyway? Are you going to be teachers now? Are we going to be teachers? This is a really weird question. Just let me save real quick. This one I'm not sure how to answer, but... No, of course not. Like, that's... Like, Tsurugamini's... Like, no, of course we not. Maybe we should. No, of course we not. What are you talking about, Tsurugamini-san? No, of course not. That's not what we're trying to do. And we weren't trying to take Sono-sensei's confidence, either. I've never thought about it. I don't know about Aryu-san, though. I've never considered becoming a teacher, either. I'm aware that I'm unsuited for it. A teacher, huh? I don't know. I've been thinking I want to cook for my job somehow, but I haven't really considered any careers in particular. What are my options, I wonder? I could be a chef or a nutritionist. I think there are a few. I suppose I could be a home ec teacher, too. Do they still teach home ec? At least here in the United States, we don't really teach home economics anymore. Maybe it's different in Japan, but home ec's a little antiquated. I don't think you're unsuited for it. I think you'd both make great teachers. Aryo-san, Tomi-san. What about me, Tsukio-chan? Of course, you too, Surugamini-san. If any of you are interested, I'll always be happy to give you some advice. Let's leave the career counseling for another time, Sensei. We should finish our current work today. Okay, we'll do our work in the next room. We'll come ask if we have any questions. Alright, thank you. Right. The math club room is pretty big, but it's limited by the lack of tables or desks. Aryo-san and I moved to the neighboring room to do our work. I also wanted to leave Surugamini-san and Sono-sensei alone with each other. Not that they'd have anything to do in there but work. I was pretty sure. I left the math club room with Aryo-san carrying the papers I'd assigned to myself. Man, long days. This is a long day. I'm sure she'll be fine. Shame she is still left with so much work that we couldn't help with, though. Thank you, Yuna. That was well done. Don't mention it. I'm sorry for getting carried away. Don't worry about it. I didn't even know you'd be able to lighten our workload so much when I made the suggestion. It was a big help. That goes for both of us then, I guess. I didn't think I would have been able to persuade Sensei like you did, Aryu-san. I'm glad. Now all we need is to complete all our tasks. Right, and I'm sure Aryu-san won't have any trouble, but just in case. Yeah, I'll take this, okay? I said, grabbing the topmost folder on Aryu's stack and adding it to my own. You kind of snuck yourself some extra work, didn't you, Aryu-san? I think this evens things out, right? I really want to scout you now, Yuna. Let's get to it then. I'll have a sneak out before lunch. I'll have to sneak out before lunch. I've got a lunch date, too. Yeah, I know. Today's the last day of her makeup classes, so Yoka's here, of course. And depending on how much work Aryu-san gets done, she might have less time to hang out with her. I bet those two would complain to me if it happened. Well, yeah, I'll do what I can. If I concentrate, I should be able to get all of this done before I have to get dinner ready. I'm not as bad as Sono-sensei, but at this rate, I might be turning into a workaholic myself. Lunch finally finished, and with it all my responsibilities for a while. I think I'll go help Sono-sensei while I have free time before starting dinner. But I should probably take a little break. I don't get a lot of relaxation time while doing all this cooking and helping. That's what I thought anyway, so I decided to take a little walk. The air outside was hot, but I'd been cooped up in the cafeteria kitchen so long that the open space would be worth it. Good work, Yuna-san. Lunch was great again today. Yeah. When it's time to eat, Megumi shows up in the cafeteria and sticks to me, sampling the taste of the food. Oh yeah, I forgot that Megumi can do that now. I enjoyed hearing about your cooking from Megumi, Yuna-san. So Sachi-san says, but Megumi's reviews appear to be based entirely on her own preferences. I wouldn't really call them a good reference. Like, I like this, or I hate this, or this tastes too salty. I'm making sure they get extra salt since it's summer, you know. Yeah, you also gotta replenish those electrolytes with athletes, you know. So Megumi possessing people and Yuna, I wonder what that's a setup for, because clearly that wasn't thrown into the story just for shits and giggles. Like, that's a setup. So what are they gonna do with that? When's Megumi gonna possess Yuna or someone else and make it like, it's gotta come into the story at some point for some reason, but I'm not sure what. I don't know what yet. I want to know. I'm curious. Oh, Sachi-san, look over there. My, it's Yoka-chan and Aki-chan, isn't it? Oh, or those two. I can't really imagine those two, though. I know, that's what makes them so interesting. Like, Yoka and Aki are such opposites. You have to wonder what the hell they even see in each other. Come to think of it, Yoka's makeup class has ended today, right? It seems like she'll be done with that song of hers she showed me, too. And with her classes done and how she's chatting with Aryo-san. Yoka really looks like she's having fun. What are they talking about? I wonder. It looks like they're enjoying themselves. Let's go listen, Sachi-san. Yes. These two really seem like they're having fun. I get that they like seeing girls spending time together, and we're helping those girls, so... But can they really just get away with anything because they're ghosts? See, this is all very interesting. These are interesting concerns, and I think they're good concerns that Yuna has. I think I support these concerns. I'm not really great. I don't really think you should eavesdrop on people's private moments. But it's interesting that Yuna all of a sudden is bringing it up, because before, I mean, to be fair, before Megumi and Sachi weren't sharing as much because there wasn't as much going on, but Yuna's like never had this concern before, and now she keeps bringing it up. And again, it's set up for something. I don't know what it is, but it's set up for something, and Megumi now has the ability to possess people. I don't know what's gonna happen. I just think there's a connection there, and it's gonna come into the story and maybe cause conflict between Yuna and Sachi and Megumi. Maybe, I don't know, but they're definitely setting something up in that regard. Well, there they go, and I feel a little stupid just staring off at Yoka and Aryo-san in the distance now. Guess I should continue my walk. Man, this is a long day. Holy shit, we're over an hour, y'all. I mean, I know this isn't just one day in this recording, but I did not expect this day to go on so long. So my apologies. We're gonna have an extra long recording on this one. Oh, there you are, Yuna. They found me. We were looking for you after you left. Did Yoka and Ari-san leave? Yes, just now. Aki-chan went back to the Hoshikan building. Did she? I should get back there too. Though, huh? What's with the nerves on that Yoka girl, though? I don't get her at all. What about Yoka now? Well, you see, we were listening to their conversation, and Yoka-san spilled to Aki that she's gonna confess to her on stage at the school festival. What? Why? How should I know? I was surprised too. What'd she tell her now for? Yes, we're not sure why, but I imagine she just let it slip in her excitement. She didn't seem aware of herself that she'd let the secret out. Is that really possible, to reveal what you're planning to the very person you're trying to keep it a secret from? Possible? It might be for Yoka. She wasn't at all cautious in her conversations with me about it. It didn't take her long to bring up the subject when we met a few weeks ago. She was already asking for advice, and then telling me about the person she was in love with. I kinda got the feeling she's just fundamentally incapable of having secrets. There are people like that out there like that, that's for sure. But Aki-san... It must have been a bolt from the blue for Aryo-san, right? No matter how bad Yoka seems like she'd be at keeping secrets, she couldn't have been expecting her to do something like that. And to tell her that she was going to confess to her on stage at the school festival? If she told her that, did Yoka not even consider that Aryo-san might reject her then and there? Though, it's because she doesn't think that she said it. She smiled. Huh? Smiled? Yes, and she told Yoka-chan, who hadn't noticed, that she was looking forward to it. Huh. What does that mean? She's looking forward to it, so she's open to Yoka's confession? What do you think that means? I don't know. Does it mean she's got a chance that Arya-san might accept it, even after hearing that crazy plan for her confession? I mean, it's going to be on stage at the school festival. All sorts of people are going to be watching, and she's going to get confessed to. Could Aki-san really actually be quite the catch? I wonder. Well, she must be pretty patient to be friends with Yoka. For a disciplinary committee member like her to be friends with Yoka, a serial latecomer. But Yoka's a woman, same as her. She wasn't surprised to hear something like that from someone of the same sex. She's looking forward to it. Yuna, you are in way too deep to still be thinking that's a problem here. Like, you should not be thinking that this is a problem at this moment. I'm still baffled that you're not just so numb to this. I mean, I know she's being practical about things and trying to, and imagining everyone has that same practicality, but I mean, Umi and Sasa were never weirded out by the fact Hina was already there, as if it were completely natural, and we were hanging out reading magazines and manga and such when Nena-san wandered in too. You want to sleep here again tonight? I don't know. Nah, I just came in to say hi. Oh yeah? Well, more like Umi and Sasa have been really weird. Oh. Weird, like, because I can't really think of any other reason. I get them being in a good mood because we've finally finished our script, but it's like we've been fooling around all day since we don't have anything to do for the camp anymore. But like, they'll be all hyper and they'll suddenly get quiet and mellow. Yeah? I can't stop picturing those two in my head. I wonder what they did. It's not like I've heard from Sachi-san and Megumi. They're all fussing about me too. Not as annoyingly as they were before, but what the heck is that about? You know anything, Yuna? Huh? Nah, I wouldn't really know. I can't tell her that I do, but I mean, I really don't know what they're feeling right now, that is. Geez, I really wish I could stop imagining all this stuff. What's up, Yunine? Your face is bright red. Do you have a fever? Huh? Whoa, when did Hina's face get right in front of mine? Is that her hand touching my forehead? It might be kinda hot. Hina's hand feels a little cool. That alone is enough to tell me how hot my face is. It feels like my temperature is going up just from her touch. You might have a fever, Yunine. I'm good. It's nothing. I've got to get away from Hina. I'm sorry, Hina, but you really can't touch me right now. Oh god, this is getting... But it was Hina's touch that made my face so red. It's why my heart is pounding so loudly, too. Man, you got it bad, Yuna. You've got it so bad. Oh man, that was a long day. Yeah, apologies for the long recording again. That one was, not too much longer than the last one, but I tried to keep these to an hour each. Anyways, thanks for watching and bearing with me through the long haul, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone.